started on our glass skin tutorial. We are going to do the skin first this time around because on our eyes we are only going to be using one product, and that is eyeliner. So it's a very simple look and you don't have to worry about anything falling onto your face makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and do my skin first. To do this, you want to use a couple different things. The first thing is a primer that has some radiance to it. My primer of choice for that is from Becca. It's the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. It's a beautiful primer, definitely on the pricier side, but I think it's beautiful for this type of a look. So just gonna put my hair behind my ears, and I'm gonna take it first on my finger and just pat some onto the higher points of my face, so right above the brows, on the cheekbones, down the nose, and on the chin. And then I just take my beauty sponge and start to blend this in by patting it into the skin. And you will notice that you're going to start to get a really pretty sheen out of this product. Excuse me for my low energy in this video. I have like a splitting headache right now. But I'm trying to hydrate myself and get it to go away without taking Tylenol. So that's where I'm at today on this fine Saturday. Because I want the skin to look really natural today, I'm going to go ahead and do concealer first before I put on foundation. That way I can really use a minimum amount of foundation. The first product I'm going to use is another product by Becca. It's a lot of Becca products today. And that is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Concealer and Corrector. So it is a pink tone like this, and you really don't need that much. That's again on the pricier side, but you take barely any on your fingertip, just like tap it in there and tap it right under your eyes, and it's going to instantly brighten that area and make you look more awake, brighter, and hydrate the under eyes. I also put it around my nose on any red areas that I need to brighten a little bit. And then I'll take a smaller sponge and just press this into my skin. You really want to focus in on this inner corner of your eye. It can get very dark in there, so I really press my sponge in there when I'm doing my face makeup first to give advantage of the fact that I have nothing on my eyes and really get into the inner corner there. Once your corrector is on, I'm going to go in with a lighter concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. It is very light. It's probably 2.5 shades lighter than my skin tone, and I like to take it on the back of my hand so I don't overuse product. And I will grab my little sponge again, grab some on the back, and I'm going to tap again under my eye and start to brighten this area. I'm going to bring it back, kind of like a straight line back onto the cheekbone. And again, get into this inner corner here. It's a really good idea to do concealer first, especially on more natural looks, because you will not overdo on foundation and cake up your face if you already have a good amount of coverage from your concealer on. And that is a really great way to help your makeup look more natural. I went in between the brows to lighten that up, and then I'm also just going to dab this on my chin. Before I go any further, I'm going to apply lip balm because I can tell my lips are a little crusty right now. So this is the Fresh Sugar Lip Caramel Hydrating Balm. It tastes like caramel and it looks like caramel, and it is beautiful. I love this lip balm. I just take it on my finger and apply a generous little layer here. Next up, we're going to go ahead and move into foundation, and I'm using another Becca product, the Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. Mine is in the shade Porcelain, and it twists up. You use this little pump action here, pull it up, and then it's a pipette that you can drop the foundation onto your hand with. It's not the most useful packaging. I wish the packaging was just in a pump, but it's okay. So I'm just going to start over the areas that we did not put concealer, and that is the cheek area. So I'm just building up a little bit of coverage there. You'll see the glow start to come through here. When you're working around the hairline, you really want to get in to the sides of the hair here so that the skin color looks continuous from your face all the way through the back of your hair. I sometimes will even go over my ear a little bit. Alright, there is foundation and concealer done. I'm now going to move into eyes, and then we'll come back to the skin for a little bit more highlighter. Before we go ahead and do the eyeliner, I'm going to do my brows. So I have a frame for my eye, and I'm going to be using the Total Temptation Brow Definer in Blonde. It's just a brow pencil with a spoolie on the end, and it's a tapered brow pencil like this, so it's very simple to use. I'm going to start up at the arch and come out through the tail of the brow, and then move in towards the center of my eyebrow with a lighter hand. Just like that, and then I take the spoolie end and just brush it out. I want my brows to be a little bit more wild than normal because this is such a natural makeup look. It looks nice if your brows are brushed up a little bit and a little bushier than normal. By the way, if you hear a lot of bugs going on in the background, I don't know if the mic was gonna pick that up, but there are cicadas everywhere, and they're, I don't know what it means when they make loud noises, but they're doing it. Let's go ahead and start the eyeliner. That's the focus of the eye look today. Besides mascara and eyeliner, there's nothing else going on the eyes. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner in Blackest Black. It is a gel potted eyeliner. And I'm also using a Makeup Forever thin liner brush. It is their 250 brush. It is very small, as you can see, so it will pick up the perfect amount of product. I'm just going to go in and on the tip of this brush kind of coat the brush with the black liner, and then as you can see I use the inside of the liner lid to flatten my brush and just get enough product on here coated that I can go onto the eye without having too much. Looking down into your mirror, I'm going to start on my right eye here so you can see, and I'll start the outer corner where the two lash lines meet. I'm going to pull a line like that from that corner of my eye, and then I'm going to start to come across and form another line towards the base of the lash line. This may take some practice, especially to figure out how to keep your arms steady and keep your eyes looking down in your mirror. I recommend resting your elbow onto your dresser or your vanity wherever you're doing makeup, and then letting you just hold the brush like this really helps to get a good angle. That's what I'm doing right now, and then I'll kind of just go into the center here with the lightest touch. I'm barely into the inner corner, and there's the line. I'm filling in any gaps here at the outer corner, and then I'm just going to straighten this line here. I like to smooth it out. So this is my right eye. I'm going to go ahead and finish my left eye and fast forward it for you guys just so you don't have to sit through it. But just practice and don't feel bad if you don't get it right the first time. Here you can see the finished liner. So the eye look is very simple. It keeps your eyes looking very sleek and like there's not a whole lot going on, so the actual attention is drawn to your eyes, which I really like about this look. I'm gonna put on some mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara, and today I'm actually using black brown, and I'm not curling my lashes because I feel like when you curl your lashes sometimes and you have a look like this going on where the focus is the liner, it can curl them too much and then they're sticking like straight up and blocking the liner and not really flowing with the shape of the eyeliner. So I'm just gonna do mascara over uncurled lashes today. Go ahead and do the other eye. I want to show you a quick trick too since I messed up, but I got a smudge of eyeliner or smudge of mascara right on my eyelid here. Don't mess with it while it's wet. It will only smudge more. Let it dry and it will just flick right off. So I'll show you that in a minute. Actually, I got a couple more smudges on this side, so we will show you that trick for sure. Sticking with the theme of keeping your skin looking like glass, keeping it very creamy, I'm going to use a cream bronzer today as well. I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Baked Bronzer. It is their matte bronzing stick, and I'm just going to add a couple stripes of bronzer here and up at the top. Tip of my nose, and I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. I have a tan on right now, so I can use a little extra bronzer. Taking a face brush, synthetic bristles, so it does not absorb the product, because real hair bristles will just soak creams right in. So I'm using a synthetic hair bristle for this. To finish up with the glass skin, we are going to use a couple more products on the high points of the face. The first is again that backlit priming filter from Becca, so I'm going to take a small little pump of that on the back of my hand. And NARS Copacabana Illuminator. It's very shiny, very highlightery, and I'm going to take a little bit of that too. So those are those two products on the back of my hand. And I'm going to mix them with my finger. And you'll see it's very metallic, so it's definitely going to give us a glass finish, which is why we need to control it a little bit. We're going to take it on the back of a sponge to control where the product is going. I'm going to tap it directly on the high points of my face. A little bit above the brow bone here. Oh yes. A little tiny bit down the bridge. I try to avoid the tip of my nose, but a little bit down the bridge. And a little tiny bit in between the brow bone. I'm going to do a touch on the chin as well. Our skin is looking very luminous and glowy. I'm really liking that. I'm gonna take a brush right now, and you just want to kind of flick at these mascara smudges. There's that one gone. I'm gonna go in and erase that one, and then I have one right on the top of my lid too that I'm going to take off. We are done with the exception of a gloss. I want to put on something that looks very glass-like to the lips so it kind of melds with the rest of the makeup. I'm going to be using Buxom's Celeste lip gloss. So it looks like this. It is beautiful, very shimmery, and it plumps your lips too. And we're finished, everybody. Thank you for watching and tuning into this glass skin and feline cat eye tutorial. It's a very simple look, but it's polished, and I think it looks beautiful on. It enhances your skin and enhances your eyes without really piling on makeup. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you next time.